Seth Dolly here with Tim Camp on Tuesdays with Tim Camp. Coach, you're coming off a bye week. How did this off week sort of benefit your team health-wise and mentally?
I think the biggest thing that we try to do during the bye week is go back and focus on the things that we did well, and then really take a look in depth offensively, defensively, and special teams wise is the things that we weren't doing well. And it really comes down to blocking and tackling, and it's not scheme. Which I went back and took a hard look at our offense over the past 4 years over this deal, watched a lot of film, and, we are the same team. We just need to do a better job when making plays when the plays are there to be made, and obviously we focused a lot on trying to make sure up front that those guys are comfortable, and we have some really, really good offensive linemen, but when you're a one-dimensional team, as we were against Montana Tech, they could really tee off, and credit Montana Tech and Chuck. They saw that, and they bent their ears back and started coming at our line a little bit. So that was one thing offensively. Defensively, same thing we talked about. Shoot, I don't know, 100 and some days ago, we got to tackle better. And we held Tech to 3 points in the second. We held College of Idaho, or not College of Idaho, but Montana Western to 3 points in the second half. And so we've been playing better as the games go, but we need to start faster defensively. And it can't be a get out there and get a big stop, and then all of a sudden 3 series later, okay, now we want to play football again. So it's got to be more consistent. It's got to be faster. And then special teams wise, we got to get back to doing the things that we've done here, and that's lead the conference in many categories. And we just really haven't got off the ground special teams wise, and so we went back and re-looked at how we've been teaching things. It looks great on the board. It looks great, and sounds great. But then once we get out on the field, it's like, that's not what we talk about. So we went back and looked at the coaching, how we are coaching this stuff, and making sure that everybody has a firm understanding of these are your assignments, and this is the job you need to do at the end of the day. So I thought we had a very productive bye week, probably one of the better bye weeks we've had here. And it come at a really good time.
Looking ahead to this weekend, you have MSU-Northern on the road on Saturday. This is a team that beat Carroll earlier this year. Talk about your preparation for this game.
Well, Northern is a very scary good team. They're a team that has got a bunch of guys that are a year older. They're a year in the system. They understand, and you can watch and see how they understand their style and what they do and their schemes. And they're a year better, and I believe, being a night game, the Northern Lights are going to be out. Hopefully, I've never seen them, but I hope they're out. But at the same time, I do believe that they're better. They beat, in my mind, one of the best teams since I've been in here, Carroll College, and that got my attention, and that I told our team early on in the week that let me just tell you something. Northern is very good. Northern is more than capable of beating you, beating us, beating anybody in this conference. So I didn't want to come back on Sunday and go, hey, they're better than we thought, because that's when you try and look at somebody and see what their record is. Put the records aside. It's 6 o'clock, Blue Pony Stadium. Crazy things happen in Montana, So we got to be ready to go. But at the end of the day, anybody in this conference can beat anybody, And we got to travel the correct way. We got to go up there. We got to practice well on Saturday morning. Then we got to get after the lights at 6 o'clock.